Jai Mata Di. Namaste, divine souls. Welcome to this sacred healing space. Today, we are going to talk about Kuladeva or Kuladevi, the presiding deity of your familial lineage, and how the worship of your Kuladevata is the key to changing your destiny. Yes, you heard it right. In this video, you will know how to find your Kuladevata if you don't already know who your Kuladevata is, and how worshipping your Kuladevata can cleanse your karmas and lift those visible blockages in your life, which are actually your invisible ancestral burdens. Ancestral burdens can cause some of the most stubborn obstacles in life. This video is for those who have incorporated a certain degree of spiritual practices and routine in their daily life and are looking to make further progress. For most of us, our spiritual and material lives are intertwined, and our spiritual progress automatically reflects in our material lives. This is the magic of spirituality. If you strive towards prosperity, peace might not arrive, but if you strive towards peace, prosperity automatically follows. It's like you don't need to seek money from Mahalakshmi, but seeking her blessings will automatically provide you with abundance, because we don't connect with fragments but the very source itself. Your Ishtadevata is your personal deity, but your Kuladevata is the presiding deity of your ancestral lineage. If you feel stuck inside an undesired, repetitive loop in your life, as if your destiny isn't favoring you, you must start worshipping your Kuladevata first. Metaphorically speaking, your Kuladevata hands the karmic clearance certificate of a certain level to your Ishtadevata, and from then on, your Ishtadevata accepts the task of guiding you further on your soul journey. In order to progress on your spiritual journey, it is mandatory to worship your Kuladevata, perform a certain level and degree of spiritual practices in honor of him or her. There is a way to determine your Ishtadevata from your astrological birth chart, but there is no definitive way to determine your Kuladevata. Let us see the ways through which you can be guided towards your Kuladevata. On your spiritual journey, if you feel an affinity to a particular deity and build a sincere bond with him or her, but the deity is not your Kuladevata, this deity will actually guide you to your Kuladevata. If you find your Ishtadevata from your horoscope and start worshipping him or her, your Ishtadevata will guide you to your Kuladevata first. If your family is religious, then most likely you already know who your Kuladevata is. But in many cases, even if your family is religious, the worshipping traditions of your Kuladevata may have been lost. Means that you might be seeing several deities in your household mandir except for your Kuladevata. It happens often due to migration, when your family loses touch with its original ancestral traditions. In such cases, you can trace back your family's ancestral residence if that's possible. In that region, you might find the worship of a particular deity very prevalent, more prevalent than other deities. For example, there will be temples dedicated to that deity, big festivals are arranged in honor of that deity, or a huge number of lores and tales about that deity are popular in that region. Usually, people from a particular community used to inhabit a region homogeneously before they started migrating out of there for better scopes of livelihood during the modern age. They were also distantly connected by blood and hence shared a common ancestry. It is highly likely that the deity worshipped by that particular community is the deity who presided over the families within that community. Ancient regional habitations were not like our modern metropolises filled with heterogeneous cultures. So, it's a good option for you to find out more about your original ancestral residence, or at least the region of their residence, to find out more about your Kuladevata. So, if you know the community you belong to, the place or region in which that community has been traditionally or aboriginally most concentrated, it would be easier for you to find your Kuladeva or Kuladevi. Historically, communities had often been divided by the kind of livelihoods they were engaged in, and hence they prayed to a particular deity under whose domain that kind of livelihood fell, so that the deity could overlook their daily sustenance, bless them with prosperity, and protect them. The Kuladevata tradition is deeply tied to the history, lifestyle, and cultural roots of a specific clan, ensuring family harmony and moral guidance. Deities are inherited through family lineage. The worshipping traditions of deities are inherited through family lineage, passed down across generations. You can also typically trace your own Kuladevata by consulting family elders, reviewing your ancestral gotra, or connecting with others who share your specific surname. Now, how worshipping Kuladevata changes your destiny. Worshipping your Kuladevata is the key to altering your destiny. The family in which you will be born is decided by the karmas of your previous life. It's the natural tendency for the soul to ascend. A soul chooses a womb that would provide it with a space that fosters its ascension. But ascension always demands the burning of karmas, and that happens through learning karmic lessons. 60% of our mental makeup is genetically inherited. We are subconsciously programmed by the software of our parents, our ancestors. It's obvious that if you stick to this old programming, you will not be able to write new codes for your life. So, maybe the biggest blockages in your life are the burdens that you are carrying from your ancestors. If you have incarnated on earth, there's definitely going to be an extent of suffering. But it is through these sufferings that we learn our lessons and close the karmic loop. Let me give you an example. If you are someone who has inherited extreme patterns of self negligence from your ancestors, you would be made to learn the lessons of prioritizing self care and support. If you are someone who has inherited the tendencies of being insecure, you will be made to learn how to be secure within yourself. The moment you learn karmic lessons, you alter the pattern of your ancestral karma, liberating the preceding lines and favoring the succeeding lines in your family. This happens after you step inside the spiritual line. Suppose you have been unhappy in love, trying to manifest the love of your life, but all of your relationships have been a failure. Then there are lessons to learn. Suppose your relationships have seen tremendous issues arising out of your constant desire for validation and approval. Then you are most likely to continue manifesting the same kind of relationships and stay stuck within the same loop of dissatisfaction unless you step onto the path of awakening and realize what's wrong here. It's when you change this very programming that your destiny changes. And when your destiny changes, the destiny of your future lineage also changes because it breaks the trauma chain, preventing your successors from inheriting it. And that's exactly what your ancestors actually want, to free the lineage of all unhealthy patterns. And the moment you break these patterns, they feel liberated. And your Kuladevata actually facilitates this entire process. Most often, it doesn't come the easy way, but when it's done, it's the most profoundly liberating and satisfactory feeling that surpasses the pain of the struggles that were actually undertaken to achieve this state. If you have been chosen to bring more light to your lineage, you are a Kuladipika, the lamp of the lineage, the lamp that burns at the altar of your Kuladevata. If you have been born in a particular lineage, chances are that you have been connected with that lineage somehow in your previous lifetimes as well, because the people we meet in this lifetime have been connected to us in our previous lifetimes as well. Souls are often guided to specific families based on karmic ties, unresolved lessons, and pre-birth soul contracts designed to help you continue your spiritual evolution. You often reincarnate with the same core group of souls, trading roles across different lifetimes. Example, your sibling in this life could have been your parent in a previous life. You are often placed into a specific biological lineage to resolve karmic debts or learn lessons that were left incomplete in a past life. Beyond the spiritual soul connection, you inherit the physical traits and energetic imprints of your biological ancestors. Healing these inherited patterns or generational wounds is considered a core part of the growth of your soul. The mind and the desires you held at the moment of your past death acts as a compass. Your consciousness is drawn to the family environment that perfectly matches your karmic needs and vibrational frequency. So suppose you have inherited a pattern of financial struggle from your ancestral karmic debt. Your Kuladevata will teach you exactly what's causing the financial struggle. Your Kuladevata will reveal this to you and how to change that. Your Ishtadevata will help you craft your own independent financial journey in a much healthier and easier way once your Kuladevata certifies that you have cleared a certain level of the ancestral karmic debts because of which you were actually struggling. Imagine this like going to elementary schools of your parents' choice before being able to enroll into a higher education institute of your own choice. Your Kuladevata can totally alter your destiny for the better and the best. As per our dharmic traditions, our destiny is often shaped by Sthan, that is the place we are born in, Kal, the time we are born in, and Patra, the family we are born in. And all of these are decided by your previous karmas. Your Kuladevata teaches you the karmic lessons you need to learn to graduate and secure your independent identity in life, breaking away from the unhealthy patterns of your ancestors, liberating them, and preventing your successors from having to carry the same burden. And your Kuladevata truly does that with so much care and love because he and she is the guardian deity of your lineage. You might initially find it a bit abrupt and dismantling because of your subconscious adherence to karmic patterns that cannot serve the purpose of your soul's ascension. But once you're able to get rid of these patterns with the blessings of your Kuladevata, you will end up being that member of your lineage who not only altered his or her own destiny, but also the destiny of the upcoming generations. Kuladevata's favorite is the Kuladipika. Your inner light is an offering to your Kuladevata. The moment you shed the darkness of your ancestral karmas, the light within you ignites, and it's the offering that pleases your Kuladevata the most. Most of us don't even realize how much our conditionings and the subconscious programming that develop through familial systems control our life. You must worship your Kuladevata wholeheartedly to jumpstart your progress. There is no need to be afraid. There's already the benedictions of the Kuladevata present upon your lineage. Your ancestors may actually be urging you to go back to your roots so that the karmas of your lineage gets cleansed, you and your future generations thrive instead of just surviving. So please find your Kuladevata and start worshipping him or her wholeheartedly. Follow the ritual practices dedicated to the deity, visit holy shrines dedicated to the deity. If you require more guidance on worshipping your Kuladevata and breaking ancestral patterns that may be blocking your growth, you may email me for personal consultation and spiritual guidance. Thank you for tuning in, Divine Souls. Subscribe to the channel for more spiritual content. Comment, like, and share the video if you find it helpful. Stay blessed. Jai Mata Di.